In a small town, where greatness wasn't something people expected, there lived a boy named Eli. He wasn't the top student in his class. He wasn't the fastest runner on the sports field. And he definitely didn't have the best luck. But Eli possessed something incredibly rare, an unbreakable spirit. He simply refused to quit. Every single morning, he would walk past the same familiar faces. The same people who would openly laugh at his ambitions. Be realistic, they'd tell him, "You're just wasting your time." They'd say, "People from here, people like you, they just don't make it." And every time, Eli would just smile. Not because their words didn't sting, of course, they did. But because he had taught himself to believe that pain was simply proof that he was growing, that he was pushing his own limits. At night, long after the rest of the town had gone quiet and fallen asleep, Eli stayed awake. He was practicing, honing his skills, while others were dreaming. He was studying, absorbing every piece of knowledge he could find. While others spent their time complaining about their circumstances, he was preparing for the opportunities he knew would come. He failed more times than anyone could possibly count. He stumbled. He fell, but he never, ever failed to get back up and try one more time. Then one day, it finally arrived, the moment he had been working for. His biggest opportunity, a real chance to prove himself to everyone, and most importantly, to himself. And in that crucial moment, he failed. He failed badly. It was a complete disaster. The very same people who had always doubted him now laughed even louder than before. Their voices echoed in his mind, "See, we told you. This is where you finally give up." Others chimed in, "You had your one shot, and you blew it." Eli went home that night and sat alone in the darkness, not because he was weak, but because even the strongest, most resilient hearts get tired sometimes. The weight of it all was heavy. But then, a memory surfaced, the gentle voice of his mother echoing from his childhood. She used to tell him, "You only truly lose when you decide that you're done." That single thought was a spark in the dark. So, Eli stood up. He wiped his face, took a deep breath, and made a silent, solemn promise to himself. "This failure will not be my end. This will not be what finishes me." Weeks turned into months. Months slowly stretched into years. And quietly, without any fanfare or grand announcement, the boy that nobody had ever believed in started to become the person that nobody could possibly ignore. The journey was long and solitary, filled with unseen struggles and quiet victories. Slowly but surely, the same voices that once mocked him with laughter began to whisper his name with a newfound respect. The tides had turned, not by magic, but through sheer, relentless effort. And one day, years later, when he was standing on the other side of all that struggle, someone asked him the inevitable question, "How did you do it? How did you finally make it?" Eli smiled, a genuine, knowing smile that reached his eyes. And he said, "I didn't make it because I was special, or talented, or lucky. I made it for one simple reason: I stayed when everyone else would have quit." If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a little bit of hope today. Thanks for watching.